As mentioned in the previous video, in 1999 the special edition version of The Five Doctors was the first Doctor Who DVD to be released by BBC Worldwide. It introduced several features that remain with the range today. The intro theme music used into the DVDs was the Davidson era theme music and remains for all DVDs. While the original release of the DVD had no special features, it did feature a CGI generated TARDIS console room based on the one featured in the story. Now let's get into the technical details. When DVDs are released in different countries, they are released with different region codes. In the UK we're in region 2, in the US they're in region 1 mostly, and in Australia they're in region 4. For the Doctor Who range at least, it was rare for the DVDs to be released worldwide on the same day. For the Five Doctors, it was released in the UK on the 1st of November 1999, in Australia it was released on the 9th of October 2000, and in America, almost 2 years since its release in the UK, it was released on the 11th of September 2001. The Five Doctors proved a success and prompted the release of more Doctor Who on DVD. The next being The Robots of Death, being released on the 13th of November 2000 in the UK, the 2nd of July 2001 in Australia, and the 11th of September 2001 in the US, the same day as when The Five Doctors was released over there. This release was the first to really capitalise on the format, introducing special features, bonus value-added material, often with members of the production team reminiscing on their time making the serial, as well as raw studio and or location footage, commentaries on the episodes, and a variety of others. This featured a commentary with writer Chris Boucher and producer Philip Hinchcliffe. Spearhead from Space, the first story of Season 7, was scheduled to be released in late 2000, so that 2 DVD releases could be released in that year. For an unknown reason, it was pushed back to the 29th of January 2001 in the UK, the 15th of April 2002 in Australia, and once again the 11th of September 2001 in America. The commentary on this release was with actors Nicholas Courtney and Caroline John. This was followed by the release of Remembrance of the Daleks and then The Caves of Androzani on the 26th of February and the 18th of June 2001 respectively in the UK, the 13th of May and the 7th of January 2002 in Australia, and the 2nd of April 2002 for the both of them in America. On the 13th of August, the movie was released in the UK on DVD. It was not released anywhere else until 2010 with its special edition, but more on that later. Vengeance on Varos closed out the year with its release on the 15th of November 2001, the 14th of August 2003 in Australia, and the 4th of March 2003 in America. Now moving into 2002, Pyramids of Mars was originally to have been the second release of this year. Issues with contract negotiations, however, led to it being postponed and the Ark in Space put in its place. The original plan was to release one title from each Doctor. This was not managed as the Ark in Space and the Carnival of Monsters was slipped into the schedule to avoid 2 black and white stories being released back to back. This year saw the first major discontinuity between UK, Region 2, and North American, Region 1 DVD releases. A box set of the 6 stories from the Key to Time season was released in Region 1, years before a similar release in Region 2. The year was closed out with the release of Resurrection of the Daleks, and then 2003 kicked off with The Seeds of Death on the 17th of February in the UK, the 5th of May in Australia, and the 2nd of March 2004 in America. Then in April, The Talons of Weng Chiang was released, which was then released alongside the Dalek Invasion of Earth on the 7th of October in America, and then in August, Earthshock was released. The year was closed out with The Three Doctors, which was released on the 24th of November in the UK, the 12th of November in Australia, and the 2nd of March 2004 in America. Then, on the 19th of January 2004, The Visitation was released, which was released in Australia on the 8th of April and the 1st of March 2005 in America. The next story was The Pyramids of Mars, after winning a poll in Doctor Who magazine for the most wanted DVD release. They had done this previously for VHS, where Revenge of the Cybermen won the vote. This was followed by The Green Death on the 10th of May, then The Leisure Hive and Ghostlight. The year was closed out with the release of the first Doctor Who box set, Lost in Time, containing orphaned episodes from missing stories. This was before animating missing episodes came about. 2005 opened with the release of Horror of Fang Rock on the 17th of January, followed by The Mind Robber and The Cause of Axos. Then Doctor Who returned to our screens, where the series was released in volumes containing 3 to 4 episodes each. Volume 1 was released in the UK on the 16th of May, and Volume 2 on the 13th of June. The next classic episode to be released was Revelation of the Daleks on the 11th of July, then The Web Planet in October, and The City of Death in November. On the 21st of November, the complete first series of New Doctor Who was released. On the 30th of January, the beginning box set was released, containing An Unearthly Child, The Daleks, The Age of Destruction, and a reconstruction of Marco Polo, followed by the immensely popular release of Genesis of the Daleks. And then, in June, the story Inferno was released. Skipping forward to November, where the first animated release of Doctor Who was released of the story The Invasion, animating the missing episodes 1 and 4. On the 20th of November, after 5 volume releases throughout the year, Series 2 was released, and the year closed out with the first DVD release of the Torchwood spin-off series. In January the following year, the New Beginnings box set was released, containing The Keeper of Traken, Logopolis and Castrovalva. Then, in April, the final classic story, Survival, was released. In June, Tom Baker's first Doctor Who story was released, Robots, and then finally in September, the Key to Time box set was released. Let's skip forward to 2008 now, where the Beneath the Surface box set was released, containing stories where the Doctor battled with the deadly Silurians and their underwater cousins, the Sea Devils. Then, on the 3rd of March, The Five Doctors was re-released, titled the 25th Anniversary Edition, marking 25 years since its original broadcast. The year was closed out with the release of Battlefield on Boxing Day. 2009 would prove another mammoth year for DVD releases, kicking off with the release of the E-Space Trilogy box set, containing Full Circle, State of Decay, and Warrior's Gate, which was followed by the release of The Rescue and the Romance, and then the release of Attack of the Cybermen. Then, after a few more releases, the War Games was released, the 10-part epic closing out the Triton era, and the 60s era as a whole. Then, on the 20th of July, we get our first special edition release, in this case Remembrance of the Daleks. Special editions would be essentially re-releases of previously released stories, but with improved picture quality and lots more special features. This would become a popular format where the following October, the first of the 3 Revisitations box sets was released, containing, in this case, The Talents of Wen Chiang, The Caves of Androzani and the movie. Then, later that month, The Seeds of Doom was released. The following May, the Mannequin Mania box set was released, containing the special edition release of The Spearhead from Space and the new release of Terror of the Autons. After a series of regular releases throughout 2012, 2013 saw a large collection of special editions being released, being The Aztecs, Inferno, The Green Death, The Ark in Space and The Visitation. And then the range looked like it was coming to an end, supposedly closing with Terror of the Zygons, but the missing episode animations kept the range alive, as well as the finding of The Enemy of the World and The Web of Fear. After years of the classic range only being kept alive by animations, there was an announcement that Tom Baker's first season, Season 12, was to be released on Blu-ray on the 2nd of July 2018 in the collection format. This range still continues today, packed with brilliant special features and beautiful packaging.